Hey, what's up everyone? This is Eli from checkit.com here with a Photoshop and a little bit of Sony Vegas tutorial sprinkled on there. But anyway, today we're going over something awesome that you guys have been requesting a ton lately, and that's from our gaming videos and my vlogs. If you check this out, it's this sexy thumbnail. If you didn't tell it from the freaking title of the video, basically it's this gradient type with the nice bold text that's easy to see with the box around it and the depth of fielding and black and white behind it. I mean, tons of people want to see that you're putting that extra work into your videos. Well, not just your videos, but your content as a whole. So this is a very cool tutorial. I'm excited to show you guys this. And also, if you guys could leave the video a like, it would help out so much. I mean, we put so much time and effort into these tutorials. Hours and hours go into these tutorials just for your faces, your viewing pleasure. So if you guys could give a like, that'd be super cool. And also, if you guys want to, you can leave a comment, because I leave all my favorite comments at the end of the video. And don't forget to stay tuned till the end of the videos to see if you guys made it to the favorite comments. If you guys want to download the project files for this tutorial, go to checkit.com/downloads and you'll find it there. So now I guess we can get to the tutorial. First and foremost, you're going to need a picture. So I actually have this picture I took from Instagram. Here we go. It's nice. This is the one I'm going to be using, but I'm going to show you guys two other methods as well. That's where the Sony Vegas comes sprinkled in like a nice little cake for you guys. So let's go into Sony Vegas and teach you that now. You'll notice that I have this marker here that says thumb next to it. Basically, if you're going through your video, you're editing it, and you're like, hey, that looks like it'd be a great thumbnail. You know, me with my hand up. I want to keep editing, and I don't even make the thumbnail till the video is done rendering. So how do I not forget about that? Well, young person, you can hit the letter M on your keyboard and it will make a new marker, and you can say thumb boy. And then later on, when you're done editing the video, you can just click on the marker and boom, you're right back at it again. So I already have, oh, that's a soundbite I did remember. But anyway, guys, I have this one set up. This is a great thumbnail. It's centered and everything like that. I could put the text right here over my arm and zoom in. What you guys want to look for a good thumbnail is somewhere where you can center the text. That's why I like this one right here. I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use the image from the desktop. But to show you guys how to save that, first and foremost, make sure that you're set to best full. Your guys might be set to preview auto. Make sure you click on this box here. You go down to best full. And then you'll notice this floppy disk over here. Give that a nice click, a tap on the face, and we're going to name it Thumb Boy. Make sure it's set to Joint Picture Experts Group, that's JPEG, and we can hit save. Boom. Nice. It's now on our desktop. If we double click on it, boom, nice quality, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to use it. But here's something also that you guys might want to take into account. If you'll notice, I have my vlogging essentials over here. Let's go to unedited vlogs. Let's just grab some random video. I don't know which one, and this is probably going to be stupid. Okay, let's just say we found an image that we want from one of our videos here. If I hit print screen, it will take a picture of my desktop. And print screen is right above your home button on the right side of the keyboard. I'm pressing it a bunch. I don't know if it'll show that little button down here at the bottom, but if I go up top here and I size this mother up, this is what I normally do if I find the thumbnail that I want in a video. I put my cursor off of it so all the stuff goes away, and I hit print screen once. Then I can click out of that. And then we just go into Photoshop. So let's set up our thumbnail inside of Photoshop right now. Let's go up to File. Let's go New. You can always just hit Control N if you want, but we don't know who uses shortcuts anymore. I mean, it doesn't even save time. It really does save time. But anyway, you'll notice I have these two YouTube thumbnail presets already done. Let's make one right now for you guys. Go down to Film and Video. Then where it says size, make sure it's on HDTV right there. And all these settings I leave default. You guys can change it to whatever you want. Change the background contents to transparent if you want. I'm not the boss of you. Just do what you want, guys. Okay, next we're going to go to Save Preset over here. And we're going to name it whatever we want. YTO. Hit OK. Hit OK. And now anytime we go back up there, if you remember that shortcut, Command or Control N. And we go down here, you'll see, there it is, YTO. Okay, let's first start with that print screen. Let's hit Control or Command V, and you'll notice your entire desktop image is now pasted in here, and you can hit C to crop it if you want, hit Enter, and, you know, crop it to this right here, to Enter, to get rid of our crop selection here. And then you'll notice that now we can just go down to our desktop and grab one of the images that we wanted. I'm going to use this one because I'm actually going to use this for my vlog. I'm just going to hold Shift and Alt while clicking on that bottom right corner. I'm going to zoom out, and I'm just going to arrange this to a nice center image. What I'm aiming for here, guys, is not only centered here, because my sister's really short. I'm actually really tall. I know it doesn't seem like it because Brandon's a giant. I'm 6 feet tall. Brandon's like 6'3". So my sister's pretty average height, I guess, but I'm just an enormous Sasquatch compared to her. So there we go. That looks good to me. And now we have all this room to put our amazing text in the middle of it. And also what we want to make sure of is that you guys have the scroll wheel set. So let's go up to Edit, Preferences, General, and we're just going to make sure the zoom with scroll wheel is ticked on, and then we can hit OK. So now that those editing basics are in here, go over to where this teardrop is. You see this like nice little teardrop over here. We're going to click on it, and you'll notice that we can't do anything to our image. But if we click on it, just hit OK, and what that did was it rasterized our image. I think it also made it a smart object, but anyway, make sure that your strength is set to 100, click and drag, and you will start blurring out the entire background. This does not have to be 100% precise, you guys, and I'm going to be doing it pretty quick, a lot faster than I normally do, but do it how you want. This is just one method of doing it too. You can blur it out any way that you see fit, but yeah. I mean, it's really straightforward. You can use the brackets to size it up and down. And I'm just going to go through here and just depth of field everything. So then our figures, namely my sister and I, are the main things in focus. You're not paying attention to the background. You're paying attention to the content in front of you. And what the content is my sister and I and the words in the middle. So that's why we're blurring out literally everything else. So that looks really good to me. Now we can switch back to our move tool if you want by hitting V, just because it's more convenient. And let's actually get rid of this background. So click and drag it down to the trash down there. That's the bottom right thing. That looks like a trash can, obviously. Alright, next we want to duplicate this image. And the fastest way I like to do it is just dragging and dropping it down to this paper with a folded edge at the bottom. We're going to click and then let go. Let's double click on the words here, and let's just name this B and W, not the car maker, guys. We're going to use this for a black and white image. Okay, goodness gracious. Alright, so next what we want to do is we want to drag it to the bottom of Instapic. We want to go down to our adjustment layers. That's that half circle down here. Click on it, go up to Hue and Saturation. We're just going to lower the saturation all the way down, and you'll notice nothing happened, but it actually did, because adjustment layers affect everything below it. Keep that in mind. So next what we want to do is we want to erase the Instapic, and you can do that by hitting the eraser, which is the E key right here, or you can go over to the little eraser tool just over here in the toolbox, and we can size that up as well. And we can start clicking and dragging. And here is where you need to be a little more careful, but it seriously does not have to be 100% precise, you guys. I don't know how I can stress that enough. It does not need to be perfect. But if you do mess up and you can't just hit Control-Z once, because Control-Z only takes back one move. So if you go up to this button right here, this is your history button. You'll notice that we have our entire history here. We can even go back to the original image. That's just nice to keep up if you're doing this kind of work, but I'm speeding through this, so this is a tutorial. I'm not trying to take all your guys' time. You guys have, you know, Pokemon collections to attend to and such. I don't want to take up all your time. Okay? There we go. Using the bracket keys once again because we are efficient graphic artists. There we go. Looks good enough. And now the focus is super on Tiffany and I, which is just what we wanted. So I'm going to click on the Instapic here. I'm going to go down to our adjustment layer once again. Click on it. Go up to Gradient. And let's click on the gradient, and let's just choose a color. It doesn't matter what colors you choose because we can change them to whatever we want. So this left color is the color I like to affect. And keep in mind, you don't want it too bright, or maybe you do, but this is all experimental. I like darker colors because they become brighter and see-through after we set the blending mode. Let's choose kind of a darker blue color here. Awesome, and then let's choose, you can use another color, but I'm just going to use black so then it's actually see-through. I'm going to hit OK and OK. with the gradient layer selected. Let's go to the blending mode, which is right here, and let's go to linear dodge. And now you'll see we're getting that effect that all the YouTubers are using these days. You see that? And if I use the scroll wheel, we can scroll through all the blending modes, and you could choose one that you might like better than the one I chose. But I like linear dodge the most. That's just the regular add. If we hit Controller Command S, we can save this real quick. Let's just save it to the desktop. Tut thumbs. Okay. There we go. Always save your work, you guys. I can't stress that enough. Now we can zoom in and out as well. And we can always go back into our gradient by double-clicking on this part right here, this little box. Go into our gradient once again, and we can really fine-tune all of this. You can make it bright. You see how bright it makes it, though? We don't want that. We want it darker. And we can always use different colors if you want, but that I don't like the way that looks. Purple looks pretty good, but I already used purple in my other tutorial, or my other video. So I'm going to use blue, like I said. And also, like I said before, you can use colors for the top as well. And I'm going to drag that up a little bit, maybe make it a tad bit brighter. There we go. Hit OK, hit OK, hit OK. And now we are looking actually really good. So we can move on to the final step, which is the text. So let's hit T to bring up our text tool. And you'll notice the font I'm using is Big Noodle Titling. It's easy to read and it just looks so good. I'll put a link in the description for Big Noodle Titling because I know that one's free. But anyway, let's just call this Life Enter Vlog, because that's what I name my vlogs, or my life vlogs. Let's hit Controller Command T, hold Shift and Alt to size it up. Cool. Let's put it in the middle. Let's hit V real quick, then hit Control A to select everything. And then let's just select this button right here. That'll center it. All right, then we can hit Controller Command D. Let's hit T once again, and let's just size this down. If you notice this big A over here, this is where you get all of your font options. And let's just push it down a little bit, and also change the size of it, and then pull it up. There we go. That's looking much better. Let's pull it up a little more, tighten everything up. All right, and then let's also change the color to white, and let's change this color to a bluish. Just do what you want. I'm not the boss of you, but don't make it look stupid. There we go. Now let's hit T once again. Make sure you're on T. Select underneath it and do whatever number it is. I like to do whatever number I'm on, which is 26. I mean, quite obviously, do the number that you're on if you're doing a series, and if you want to just keep it life vlog, that is completely fine. I'm not the boss of you. I can't stress that enough. Shift and Alt will size it up perfectly. There we go. Looking Gucci Pookie, as the kids say. There we go. Let's hit Controller Command A. Center it. Controller Command D to deselect. Awesome. It's looking quite amazing, but it's not popping out enough. So what we want to do is we want to go down to the effects right here. Let's click it. Add a drop shadow. It's a simple drop shadow. Distance 2 pixels, and you can mess with that if you want. I'm going to double click it again. Let's turn the opacity all the way up, and the size, let's do 3. There we go. Now let's right click and go to copy layer style. That was further down than I thought it was going to be. And then just right click and paste layer style onto our other one as well, and it really does pop. Whoa, what just happened? Okay. Anyway, that also doesn't look too good because it's like spread out like crazy. Let's push that in just a tidbit. There we go. And then let's actually size down Life Vlog. Control T, Shift and Alt. I'm glad that I'm running into these issues so we can work them out together. There we go. It's looking pretty awesome. So let's add that box now. And we can do that by hitting U to get to our shape layer tool. And the first one is the rectangular tool anyways. Put a box around everything. Awesome. Change the fill to, so if you click on this black box right here, we're going to go no fill. Then let's add a stroke and let's make it white. And then you'll see that it actually brought up the live shape properties over here. And let's just size up the stroke to whatever you want. Not too thick. There we go. And now we can also hit Controller Command T and mess with this box now. Get it exactly how we like it. Now what we can also do is lower the opacity of that box if you want. And let's actually put the box on top. Size everything down. Select everything by holding Shift. Hit Controller Command T. And let's just size it down a bit. There we go. Looking awesome. And everything's a little bit too bright, so let's actually add something on top of Instapic real quick. Let's go up here and go to, let's just do curves. And maybe we can add a little more color, because now it's lackluster. But I mean, you guys get the idea. It's turning out pretty awesome, and you guys can make some amazing thumbnails with this. But I would just tweak a few more things with this, but I don't want to make this tutorial drag on too much. I guess the last thing we could do is we can just hit Controller Command S to save it, and then we can hit Control Shift S to save it as a thumbnail, and we can just desktop, change it to a JPEG, hit save, 12 as the quality, and there she blows. Nice, amazing thumbnail. Thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you guys learned something. Pretty amazing how much support we have with Checker. You guys are all amazing. Thank you so much. Don't forget to leave a comment, because I leave all my favorite comments at the end of the video. And please give the video a like, because it helps out so much. If you want to watch this vlog, I'll leave a link to my vlogs. And I'll also leave a link to my Twitch account, because I live stream every night. So with that, guys, I will see you guys on the next tutorial this Friday. Peace!